3, 2, 1, recording the show. I should have this ready from now on. And like, this is the second one we're doing today.
Yeah.
And I didn't have it ready. Alright. When listening to our show, keep this in mind. Our stories do not make sense. Our time is not valuable. Our friends lost interest. And above all, why should we care when you clearly don't? Do on the dance floor?
Oh yeah, dude. You don't
just
splooge.
Furiously masturbate.
You don't splooge.
I think I know why he's on Tinder so much. Anyway, welcome to the Brooks and Zach 100 Years podcast. This is a show about talking, where each and every episode we bring new topics to discuss until we've covered absolutely everything, even if it takes us 100 years. My name is Brooks Vernon. I'm the creator of the show and co-host. Across from me, pretty much asleep at this point.
You know it.
Is Zach Teal, the co-creator and co-host of the show.
Sounds good.
Over to my right is Josh Yaskovich, our frequent collaborator and co-host.
'Tis I.
And to my left is a quintessential sound boy, Liam Wallace, who's also co-host.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, peeking behind the curtain, this is actually an episode that we are doing on a double recording day.
Yeah.
So this is the second episode we're recording in a very short amount of time.
I'm so sorry.
So we're gonna try to keep the energy up, but like we're a little bit tired. We're a little bit out of it. You know, we put a lot of good comedy into the last episode.
We did.
Maybe.
Was that a question or was that a statement?
It was a bit of both. I'm not really sure anymore.
So we're gonna try to keep it up, keep the energy going.
I guess it's my fault though that we have to do 2 episodes today because I'm going to California.
It is exactly your fault. Like that is the exact reason why we're doing this.
I feel like to help make it up, you should bring your phone. Well, you're gonna bring your phone regardless.
Yes.
You should film a little thing of you in California doing wacky antics.
What wacky antics would you prefer?
Well, you're 21.
Yes.
You are a legal age to do alcohol.
Okay.
And if you're in California,
Yeah.
marijuana is legal there.
Okay.
You can purchase and smoke and do whatever you want with all the marijuana that you desire.
Okay.
You should.
Wait, I thought it was 25.
Is it? No, if it's 21.
Pretty sure it's 21. But
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
I know, in some state it's 25.
it's California, so I'm sure you'll be able to get it no matter what age you are.
From whoever. Just
Yeah,
ask someone.
Yeah, it's literally just do that. So do that, film yourself, and let's see you get really paranoid and weird around your family.
Hey, that was me yesterday. Paranoid and weird.
Around your
But
family.
that's really every day.
Can you do that? Can you do that for us?
Why won't you love me, Liam?
Oh, things got real serious real fast. No
This
one knows
is-
about the love triangle between Liam and Zach. And
Were you paranoid and weird because of your state or because of
It was probably because of the meat sweats.
Oh, dude, okay, so, Bowen, when we were eating, he, looked at me. He was just like, hey, Zach, how about you drink some more water so you're not going to get the meat sweats? I'm like, that's not going to help at all. Clearly, you don't understand how much meat we're going to be eating. Yeah. And so, it got, later towards the night, and he's like, oh, God. I'm like, oh, is all that water you drink not help? Fucking soft boy.
hear that, Josh Bowen? We're calling you out.
He doesn't listen to this.
No, he doesn't.
No.
I wouldn't expect him to. Wouldn't expect any of our friends to listen to our show. We could really shit talk on everybody except for Connor and us.
You know,
Yeah, that's about it. Yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're not gonna listen.
They literally will not hear this.
All right, so who do we hate that isn't in here?
Yes.
Well, look, I knew right when I said that somebody was gonna say it, whether it be all of you or just one of you. Someone that's not in this room and that doesn't listen to the show.
Aaron Carter.
Who? Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter.
Fuck
yeah.
Aaron Carter.
I really don't like Aaron Carter.
I mean, I
fuck
went
is
to one of
Aaron
his
Carter?
concerts, but other
Aaron
than that, when I
Carter's
was 5.
Aaron Carter's the younger brother of one of the Backstreet Boys. He had the song I want candy. You know?
I was really talking about people in our friends group, not just the world in general.
Well, you didn't specify.
Okay, so anyone in our
maybe
friends
Aaron
group.
Carter does listen.
That would be weird. That'd be interesting.
We're gonna get death threats now
I hope so.
from Aaron Carter fans.
Aaron
Have
Carter.
you seen how he looks recently?
No.
He looks exactly like a cancer patient.
Whoa.
Whoa! All right. That
Which stage cancer?
Terminal.
Oh, so like it's like we're just waiting.
When you said
Which stage? Dead.
When you said he looks exactly, before you finished that sentence, I thought, like, oh, is he going to say he looked exactly like he did back? Nope.
No, he is a lot worse.
Oh, man. That's child stars for you.
Oh, dude, he looks...
more often than not, they don't turn out great.
Hold on, let me just Google him real quick.
While he's Googling him, who's the guy from Sugar Ray?
Billy Ray
I don't
Cyrus.
fucking know.
It's not Billy Ray Cyrus.
You are asking the wrong crowd.
Okay,
Yeah, Sugar Ray guy. That's
it's
what I've
not.
called
It's
him
not
all my
important,
life.
but it doesn't matter like what band he's from. You ever see that video where like he's really drunk and he's walking down the street and like people are like asking him to sign shit and like just some kid goes Sugar Ray, we're like Sugar Gay, and then he just starts freaking out on the kid for like an hour.
What?
I gotta see.
Oh,
this.
it's
that
fucking
sounds great.
Great. The next time we have a break for the air, I'll play it. It's
My question, my first question, that is, what is Sugar Ray?
Sugar Ray's a band. They do the there was a song they did that my bird really liked.
What? Okay, what?
Yeah. Did I ever tell you I used to own African Grays?
No, you did not.
What? I've never told you that?
You did not. I know you owned like turtles and
you
shit.
never knew? Like
I met Dylan. I have never known that you had a fucking
Do you not
bird.
know that birds are like my most favorite animal?
No.
Oh shit.
I thought your most
toads.
It's not toads.
I thought it was dinosaurs.
Well, okay, look. Birds are related to dinosaurs. It's like the second option. If dinosaurs were around today.
Okay, I get it. You settled.
Yeah, I settled.
You settled.
When I was really young, we had a bird named Tweety. Yes, named after the Looney Tunes character because I named it, of course.
I'm glad you cleared that up, and I thought your parents had named him after Tweety Johnson, the senator from 1960. What the fuck else would the bird be named after if it's named Tweety?
I don't
Why'd
know.
you have to
It
clarify
was
that?
just an interesting tidbit. So we had them, and then we got cats who were mean and who I hate now, who are still alive. They got to him, and well, if Looney Tunes has taught me anything,
they fucking murdered your other pet.
Yeah, like they sliced him up, and he got sick. Is what happened.
Okay, so
Fuck, it wasn't even like instant. They
No, it was like a slow.
gave him a sick voice.
It was really sad. He used to talk and like sing, and it was really happy. And then he just got real quiet one day.
This is the saddest
That's
fucking
so
thing I've ever
sad.
heard.
Oh, it gets worse. So
I'm excited.
So he got sick. We tried to fix him. I remember the exact disease. It's like a disease you get from like when a cat scratches you, or
Cat
if you're a
scratch
bird.
fever.
Yeah, my cats are Ted
Yes.
Nugent.
I applaud you for that goof.
I
applaud you.
So I got real sad. The bird eventually died, of course. And then we got a new one. I named it after the Jimi Hendrix song "Little Wing." Yeah, you know what? I told you. I told you that information. Now you know.
Look, okay, so
I don't know
like,
what Little Wing is.
Fuck
yeah,
you.
that one is fine to say what you named it after. If you named your bird Tweety, we know what you named it after.
All right, so we named it Little Wing. It was super young. And then, lo and behold, didn't learn our lesson the first time. The same exact thing happened, but this time it was to a baby bird rather than an adult bird. And then I got really depressed.
So this is your fault.
No. This is my mom's fault. I was very young when this all happened.
Okay. I just want to say
This
that
wasn't like a year ago or something. This was like way
But
down
the
the line.
same mistake happened twice.
Yeah, you can't put that on me. I don't know how to take care of a bird when I was like 10 or whatever the fuck this happened. Are you debating it?
Yeah.
Have you seen an African Gray?
No, but
They're big.
I
Big
did-
fuckers.
I
My
did,
brother's
you know,
got one.
Oh.
I did teach my dog when I was 10.
Yeah, but that's a dog. Like
You
a
see-
dog doesn't need to be like kept in a cage and need to be temperature regulated 24/7.
You see, this is the thing. As someone like myself who has only ever owned dogs, the concept of some of your pets killing your other pets is so
Isn't it
it's
crazy?
so foreign to
yeah,
me. Like I
it's-
can't
yeah.
I
It
can't
happens.
grasp it.
It happens. Like
No, but that shit happens, especially when they're fish and they live in the same tank,
Yeah,
and
like-
one just feels like murdering to
yeah,
death.
Yeah,
yeah.
like,
they
I know
just
it-
kill each other.
I
They're
think it's
animals.
I know it happens. It's just like I said,
Yeah.
as someone who's only ever owned dogs.
Well,
and,
get
like,
ready.
the most 2 at a time, then like the idea of oh shit, one of my pets killed the other one. Oh well, I guess I just now have to pay all my attention to the murderer pet. It's the superior one now.
One
It is
time,
the alpha.
It established itself as the alpha of this realm.
And the motherfucking Omega.
Dude, one time I spent like a whole summer I mean, I still kind of do this. Spent a whole summer trying to catch a bullfrog for my pool. Finally did it, and my cat just straight up opened the container and broke its neck and carried it around the house for like a whole day. Nobody knew what that smell was.
I think the problem might be your cat is
a
fucking
I hate
murderer.
him. His name is Minya because I named him that after the fucking worst Godzilla character there is in the world, Minya.
I thought it was
Wow, I thought it
Godzuki.
was
No, that's in the American universe. I'm talking about the Toho.
Yeah, I thought it was Godzuki.
Go fuck yourself. No.
And
I will murder
Godzuki.
you. But yeah, so Bird's dead. I real sad when they died. I rediscovered Pokemon and I got really into it. Now I'm back into Pokemon. So
And
that's
then
the
your
story.
cat
Don't look
using
at me like that.
then your cat using a bunch of fucking lawnmower man ass technology traveled into your
Yes.
game and murdered your Pikachu.
Yeah. Also, you want to know something really sad when this happened?
While you watched.
I caught every bird Pokemon in what was it, Emerald that I found, and I named them all Tweety.
Wow, that's just real sad.
Yeah, I was very young.
I name all my Pokemon just shitty jokes based off of what the Pokemon looks like.
Aren't you so clever?
I'm not. That's the whole joke.
Aren't you the smartest boy around?
It's no, you don't. It's just a little water. It's it's some nice ambiance in the background.
Can we
we're-
even hear it?
a little bit, not much.
Can we hear? How loud is the air conditioning?
That's loud.
Okay.
That you can hear.
All right.
But then again, me from going straight from the soundboard, there's going to be a lot more hiccups than when he airbrushes it over.
I'm just saying, like, if we can avoid that kind of stuff, I think we should.
Well, it's over, so.
That didn't even
I
pick
don't
up.
have my
I said that so quietly it didn't even pick
I
up.
don't even
That's
have
how
my
fucking good I am.
headphones on right now. Hang on, let me put them back. I'm putting them back on. Do you want to
All
say
right,
something?
Yeah, let's try. Let's try again.
Okay.
Suck my cock. No. Okay. I don't wanna. Consent is the key.
I can hear you guys. You're learning.
My mom beats my dad. That's not true. She just yells at him.
But emotional battery.
Verbal abuse.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, animals fucking kill each other. It don't matter.
That's why I like cats, dude. They're metal as fuck.
That's why I hate cats.
They don't give a shit.
And I love birds, and I miss my childhood, and I know I can never have it again, and I'll be dead.
I don't think you ever really had a childhood. You grew up watching.
You watched Alien at like 5 years old.
No,
You did not have
I
a
was
childhood.
9. Get it right.
yeah,
You
I
said
watched-
5 last time you told me
No,
the
I
story.
Did I really?
Yeah, you did.
Well, I clearly lied to you. It was 9 years old.
Ah, you don't even know JoJo stands.
I don't.
No, I watched like Matrix and shit when I was 6.
I think
Well-
an Alien is a little bit more gruesome than.
Yeah.
Watch Equilibrium. That
It
one's
fucked
really
me
good.
up, dude. I thought
know,
I was
there's,
living
like,
in a
that scene where,
simulation. I was 6 goddamn years
You
old.
had a profound.
You
deep
went-
life.
I thought I was living in a goddamn simulation.
You went through that phase that every child / preteen in the early 2000s went through, of where they're just like, what if the real life is the Matrix?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought it was, and I'm like, I need to get that motherfucking phone call like yesterday.
Okay,
Oh,
so this
dude.
is I was about to say it's not a joke, but it's a joke on like the cosmic level. There's a bunch of fucking like millionaires who are like paying scientists to research into breaking us out of the Matrix because
Yeah,
they
I
think
saw
we're in
that.
the Matrix.
Isn't Elon Musk one of them? Like, isn't Elon Musk?
I have
paying
no
people?
Wouldn't be
idea.
surprised. But
I was so angry I didn't read the rest of the story.
No.
But
It was just
someone
clickbait, it got
someone
you.
someone brought up a very good point. If we're in the Matrix, then why would we want to leave? Imagine how shitty the real world is if the Matrix
Exactly.
is this shitty.
Have you seen them? They just eat oats all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like some dumb kid's like, kind of tastes
So,
like chicken, and like,
like,
you're like,
if-
shut the fuck up,
If this is
fucking dumb
if
kid.
this is a simulation and it's this shitty, imagine just like the real world must be the apocalypse. You know,
Yeah.
that's the only
Like
explanation.
one person like keeping the world going in this fake world.
But
Yeah.
also, if we are in the Matrix, we can come back in and Neo the fuck out of some stuff and just like fly,
That's when you
which
learn
is the worst
command
ending to
codes.
which was the worst ending to a good movie ever. Is like right before the credits of the first Matrix, where Neo's just like Superman, and he flies away, and you're like, well, there goes the whole entire fucking universe. There
I
needs to
don't-
be at least one goddamn rule.
I don't really see that as an issue. I mean,
It
the
bothered
man,
the fuck
the
out of
man, the man literally stopped bullets with his mind, and
Yeah.
you know.
But
yeah.
that was supposed to be like this big thing, and it was cool at the moment because they're like, holy shit, he just stopped bullets. But at the end, he just nonchalantly fucking flies away.
because he's the one, and it was supposed to be just a single movie where you don't have to explore that any further.
Yeah.
And then they did.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then they did, which is what ruined it.
Twice.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
third one's so bad.
Is the Matrix anime good?
No.
No.
Nope.
Oh, but it looks cool.
That's Zach. Zach, that is your only contribution to this episode, is that you stare off into space, and then whenever
Yes.
someone is asking a question, you just give a one-word answer.
He's our anime guy. That's who I go to.
I'm the anime expert here of
Yes.
this friend group. You're welcome.
You're Mr. Weeb, PhD. Yeah, you always think you're gonna be Neo, but you're gonna be the guy who like programmed like the lady in the red dress thing who just gets shot a bunch.
I don't think any of us would be any of them. I think we would just be stuck in the simulation our entire lives.
You have a very good point. You would be one of the people who walks by as like they walk into like the office building for that big like action sequence.
Yeah, like my biggest thing in the Matrix world, I would probably be one of the deja vu things. Like they would use me as a deja vu.
You would be like
that would be my shining moment.
You'd be like the black cat just walking by twice.
And then Neo would go, "Oh, deja vu, bro." And then people would be like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
You would say that word for
That's
word.
so jarring in the movie. Like it's good and I like it, but Neo's just like, "Oh, deja vu," and Trinity turns around like, "Bitch, you didn't. Whoa, the fuck."
I don't know what we're talking about at this
Remember the
point.
scene when they're like
Have you not
walking
seen
in
The Matrix?
building?
I've seen The Matrix.
There's a moment where like
I haven't seen it in a while.
he's like the first before the first action sequence with Neo.
Okay.
He's like walking up some stairs and he sees a black cat and he sees it again. He's like, "Whoa, deja vu!" And everyone turns around and is like, "Bitch, you just say deja vu?" And he's like, "Yeah, I thought I already saw that cat."
Because doesn't it mean like when
It means they changed something in the Matrix.
It means like it means like the agents are nearby,
yeah,
right?
no,
Yeah.
it means the agents like physically changed the world around them.
Oh.
So when he sees the black cat twice and he's like, "Haha," and everyone freaks out, they're like, "All right, call the fucking operator. We need to know what the fuck's going on. Someone's gonna die. I'm freaking out. Agent Smith is gonna see me naked and kill me, and I don't want to do this anymore. Just jack me out, man."
It's just like, wow, Morpheus, you kind of lost all your composure there for a second.
This movie clearly affected you more than when I saw Alien when I was the
I've
same
seen
age.
it so many fucking times.
Damn.
I think I'm gonna go watch The Matrix when I get
It's a
home now.
good movie. It's fun. It's
is.
a fun movie.
It's like
It's long.
it's like
but it's
one
fun.
of the only like Wachowski films that are good. Is
Well,
Cloud Atlas good?
I haven't seen Cloud Atlas.
I've heard mixed things.
I've
Same
heard
here.
there's this really weird thing that I'm kind of suspicious of, but like I'm kind of intrigued by it. In like the film community, like online, everybody fucking loves Speed Racer.
Yeah, I like Speed Racer too.
I haven't
the
seen
live
it yet.
action
It's-
one?
Yeah,
Yeah, the one with
it's
John
dumb
Goodman.
fun.
I don't like it.
You just turn your brain. I saw it when I was like not too young. I actually saw it like right when I was getting into movies, and like I saw it with my cousin. It was just fun.
Yeah.
Well,
I
then
want
again,
to.
I'm one of those assholes that gets really not. I wouldn't say it's an asshole thing, but whitewashing bothers me, and
no,
it's
it does.
it's noticeable
like,
as fuck to me.
It's not good, but like,
Yeah.
But to be fair, when I saw it, I didn't know like that Speed Racer counted as like a Japanese anime. I just thought it was like a shitty cartoon.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And it's like people like a lot of people talk about like Ego Raptor has said that it's his favorite movie of like all time, and like
Yeah.
there's like a lot of people like in the like online in like the film community are just like, yeah, it's fucking great. And I'm like, I
mean,
really want to see it
It's
now.
riddled with problems, but like what's beautiful about that film is that it feels like a parody of what it's supposed to be.
See, like
You know
I
what I
was-
mean?
like when we were off camera, I was telling you, like I was mentioning that there's a guy on YouTube who did like some really good like video essays about like the Matrix, and he had a video essay about like realism versus like formalism, and he said like he says like The Dark Knight is like a great like example of like realism, whereas Speed Racer he finds as the more interesting like film in terms of like the filmmaking and like the different stuff that they did to get the feeling of a Speed Racer on like thing on screen. So it makes me really intrigued, and I really want to see it.
I want to rewatch. If you want
I've
to
seen-
watch it, we can rewatch it.
I haven't seen all of it, but I've seen most of Speed Racer, and I like the design aspect of it, but pretty much everything else falls flat for me, and it's just kind of eh. You know what I
was
mean?
very young
That's
when I
fair.
saw it, so I was very impressionable.
So I can see why film people would be like so crazy about it because it has that aspect that people always overlook, where like how's your world gonna look, like
Right.
the background,
Like the technical
the
aspects
technical
of it.
aspect of it, while like acting, story, and pretty much everything else is just like it's a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's fair. That's fair.
Also, back to whitewashing, I thought about this. Why the fuck did Disney think it was a good idea to cast Johnny Depp as a motherfucking Native American?
Yeah, I've always been.
Are we
bothered
going?
about
Are we
that.
going
Lone
back
Ranger?
to Lone Ranger?
Yeah, look,
Because
Are we going to
and
be
fucking face paint the whole time, and he even did a goddamn. Have you seen Lone Ranger?
I have not seen
He
Lone Ranger.
did a goddamn voice.
I know he did a voice. I've seen.
I am Johnny Depp as Native. And it's like you're a racist cunt.
Yeah,
That's basically what it
I
boils
don't
down
think
to.
it was his choice.
I
No,
think
it was his choice.
Oh.
Because
He's one of those weird guys where he thinks he can be Native American.
There's literally an interview where he's just like, yeah, I remember talking to my grandparents and about how we're part Indian, and I feel like it gave me like a unique perspective on this role. And I'm just like, fuck you, Johnny Depp. What I was about to say is, are we on this? Are we going to be the first people in several years to mention Lone Ranger or talk about Lone Ranger?
I guess. I mean, I'm done. I said what I needed to say. Racist-ass Disney with racist-ass actors doing racist-ass shit.
I just like
Yeah, death
cowboys
to
and
Disney.
aliens.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Remember we were talking the other day after we were listening to Mabim Bam, and they brought up Saving Mr. Banks, the movie with a Disney in it, and you had
I lost my shit laughing because the first thing I thought of when seeing the trailer was like, are we just not going to talk about how Disney was an outspoken anti-Semite? And like that was Justin.
Yeah.
He really hated
Justin's point.
Jews.
Like,
Yeah.
Hated Jews,
all
hated
day,
women,
every day.
Hated minorities. Really terrible human being all around.
Yep.
He like openly. I talked about this on
We
my
talked about this on the show,
yeah
too.
on my one-man podcast, but it all got deleted because it sounded bad, so I probably won't talk about it again. Fucking Lost Files or whatever the fuck you want to call it about. But the dude straight up invited Nazis over to Disney and was like, "You guys want to make a fucking Nazi Mickey Mouse movie? Because I'm all about that shit
Yo,
right
I
now."
love hating Jews.
He also kind of stole Mickey Mouse from this guy with the weirdest fucking name that was like his animation partner. I think his name was like Oob Iwerks or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And he did like a lot of the work on like a lot of the early animations.
And now
then-
he's held to be so great.
And Disney as a corporation constantly goes to like Congress and shit and fucks with
They have a huge lobbying group.
yeah, and they fuck with like copyright laws and stuff,
Yeah.
so none of their characters will end up
Yeah.
in the public domain.
One of the reasons why.
And
too.
so they can take public domain characters and put copyrights on them.
Dude, you are preaching to the choir. I've been
I know
hating
I am,
Disney
but
before you came on this show.
Fucked up.
Yeah, they suck.
You're also not allowed to get married on the premises of Disney or some
Disney
shit like that.
sucks. They suck.
But those roller coasters are so fun.
Don't give a
also, if someone has like a medical emergency and they die, like in Disney, like one of the Disney parks, and they die,
They're not pronounced dead.
they're
until-
not pronounced. They're taken off the premises before they are pronounced dead.
I thought that was a myth.
Well, like I just heard it because like there's the rule of no one's allowed to die in a Disney park.
I thought that was a myth.
I wouldn't be shocked if that was true.
Yeah, but because I've read a bunch of like myths like that, and which ones were debunked, and which ones, and I think that was one of the ones that's like,
Was it?
yeah, because that's like a
I-
legal thing.
I heard it years ago.
Yeah.
So
But there is one that people think is a huge myth, like that years ago they released a bunch of cats because they had a rodent problem. That's true.
Yeah.
And I read about that before I actually went to Disney World, and when I went to Disney World, I spotted so many goddamn cats. Like, they
Yeah.
just have a shit ton of wild cats because, like, a couple decades ago, I think,
Yeah.
there was, like, a huge rodent problem, and they were like, well, fuck it, cats. And they just released a bunch of cats, and then they did what cats do and fucked, and then there's a bunch of cats everywhere.
because people like cats more than rats.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
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 So
Cats don't smell as bad as rats.
and then they tried to tie it in with like an Aristocats like thing, but it didn't really pan out.
Here's another thing that people thought was
no
a
one
huge
likes
myth.
that movie.
Yeah.
People thought this was a huge myth, but it's actually true. When the Disneyland, I think, was first built, there's one building, like, in the fucking entrance Main Street or whatever. It could be World or Land, I'm not sure. There's actually a room in one of the buildings that room is real, but the rest of the building is fake, and Walt Disney would just sit up there in the room and watch the people do what they did in his park.
Yeah. Like I think
He would just spy on them, and it was really fucking crazy.
I think last time I was at the park, I walked by that building, and like you can tell that there's like like a room up there that's like real.
Let's go dig up Walt Disney's body and piss on it.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, let's do it, Zach.
I'm down to clown.
That's a yes.
The only Disney movie I like is Jungle Book, and then I found out it's just a bunch of like swing and jazz music made by white people, and it kind of hurt me a little bit.
And also, it's a
Yeah.
pre-existing story. They
It
just
is a
bought
pre-existing story. That's
Like
one
a lot of their
things
stuff.
yeah.
Well, like they mostly do like adaptations.
Yeah.
So I was on the internet. This may be true. This may not be true. Feels like it's true because there was a picture that went with it. I know that sounds dumb, but apparently,
That does sound dumb.
speaking of dumb, there's a new Dumbo movie coming out from Disney, and the director is apparently Tim Burton.
Yes, I've heard about that.
I'm
That
not
is happening. That is in fact happening.
Man.
This is gonna be the darkest movie.
It sounds fucking awful.
It's gonna be so scary.
Which movie?
Can he just?
Dumbo, like
live-
the happy little flying elephant.
Yeah.
Can't he?
It's gonna be directed by Tim
I
Burton.
don't like this.
Can't he just go back to making good movies? God damn it! Remember there was
He
that
made
period
like
of time where-
one.
No, he didn't.
He hasn't
He's
made
got a few.
he hasn't made a good movie since Mars Attacks.
I
Like,
like-
after Mars Attacks was Planet of the Apes,
Yeah, that's true.
and then from
Dude,
there it's
Mars
just
Attacks,
downhill.
Ed Wood, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ed Wood is an amazing
Nightmare Before
movie.
Christmas is great.
Nightmare Before Christmas is fucking great. Before it became the fucking Hot Topic movie,
Also,
and all the scene little emo kids.
he did
fucking.
he did not direct Nightmare
No, that's
Before
right.
Christmas.
He,
It was entirely his idea,
He
and
produced
he
it.
like
I think that's it.
he like had it was like hugely his like
Yeah.
creative.
Did he
hand
do
in it.
Coraline?
No,
I know.
that was Leica Studios, same people who did like
Oh.
Kubo,
Oh right.
Oh,
based on a Neil Gaiman story.
don't know what that is.
It's the guy who did fucking American Gods.
His shorts are
Oh.
really good too.
Yeah, he
His
also
Vin-
wrote the Sandman series,
his
which is also
Vincent-
very good.
his Vincent short's good, and I like his Frankenweenie short. The movie is not very good.
I don't think they're either of them particularly are all that great movies, but I always have a soft spot. Soft spot in my heart for the Batman.
Oh
movies.
yeah, those are fun. Those are you can at least watch those and be entertained.
Like I think the first Batman movie is for the most part like pretty solid, and then I think Batman Returns is fucking awful, but I love it.
Yeah, it's also and it's like the weirder one too.
Yeah, it's weird, and not a single part of it works in
Yeah.
terms of storytelling, but it's fucking great.
Yeah.
This is just an observation, neither negative nor positive, but I feel like we talk about the 90s Batman movies a fucking lot.
Oh,
on
we
this
do.
podcast.
I'm sure you can pull like
Have we
50
done that before?
Yeah, we have.
Oh my god.
We-
We had a whole
you-
episode that was about the Penguin.
You could literally pull like
fucking
50 episodes, and I'm sure we
Christmas.
mentioned the Batman movies.
Oh yeah,
in the 90s.
I remember the Christmas episode when I was talking about how fucking weird Batman Returns
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Or
fucking love
the
Danny
80s.
DeVito.
Yeah.
yeah.
Say hi to Danny DeVito for
Yeah,
me.
can you find
Yeah.
Danny DeVito?
Last time I heard, he was in New York.
Fuck.
I thought he lived in Philadelphia.
I'm pretty sure.
Thought he was doing
They
something
actually
for Broadway.
I thought he's.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he's Danny DeVito.
He is Danny DeVito.
Oh, cool.
So if you see Danny DeVito, we're not saying when you go to California. If
Right.
you just
We're saying when you see him.
when
Yes.
you see
Which you will
Danny
sometime in
DeVito,
your life. Everyone does.
I hope so. He might die.
I hope
He,
not.
say that.
he is in his 70s, so that is not off the table.
Oh,
But he's so fun. I mean, I guess Always Sunny has been around for like 10 plus years.
oh my
Yeah.
god! If he dies, they have to end the
And
show.
then,
I
and
will
then
not watch it. If
he'd
he's off.
been around for like at least 30 years before It's
Yeah.
Always Sunny. So
As a matter of fact, I think if any of them leaves or dies, the show should end.
Oh no,
I do-
I think the complete opposite. I think they can get so much material out of someone.
No,
dying.
I think like even like all right. So Dee is like obviously the character that nobody likes, and that's her whole point of her character. I feel like they all play like an integral part. I don't want like any like
Well, I mean,
recasts or like we just continue on.
unless it's the main three, whether that's
Charlie
I
Mack.
for- yeah, Charlie Mack or Dennis. I forgot their real names. They write the shit.
Yeah,
The guy that plays Dennis, he's the spearhead of everything.
yeah.
If any one of them die, yeah, the show dies because that collaborative brain is gone. But I feel like if
But like Dee or Franco,
I think honestly, I think they could. I understand where you're coming from, where you
Yeah.
wouldn't want it to go on, but it would still be the same show, and they would get a lot of good jokes out of it. I think.
guess so.
Well, I think the closest we have as like an idea of what it would be like is actually the first season because they didn't bring
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, he didn't come in until the very
They
end.
didn't bring on Danny DeVito.
And it was good.
Yeah.
It was good, but then like I don't know. I think it got better when we got Frank.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not arguing that.
Also, how many seasons do they have? Like 12?
I think like 13 or 14.
13? I think they're fine.
13.
I think if the show ends, we've got plenty.
It's like the longest running.
No,
like,
it's
not network sitcom.
it's on. Yeah, well, not network, but it's at a tie with fucking Big Bang Theory.
well, Big Bang Theory, everyone could die, and I wouldn't care.
So a lot of people are just like wanting them to keep going just to fucking beat out Big Bang Theory
Part of
because
me.
that show is shit.
Okay, so if Big Bang Theory, over the course of its remaining, like
Ka-chow.
however long it's on, if they just sort of quietly, without like mentioning it, recast every single character, like each like episode or so.
No one would think twice.
Yeah, and like if they actually tried to see if they could get away with it, I might actually have like a tiny bit of respect for them if
You know,
they did that.
One of the
Bazinga.
things, that's what it is. It's not ka-chow. Ka-chow. I said ka-chow.
That's from Cars.
That is Lightning McQueen's
You're
catchphrase.
mixing up two terrible properties. Come on.
Oops. But one of the things that really bothers me about Big Bang Theory, and a lot of like network sitcoms fall under this, is there's a character who is severely autistic, and they never touch it. They
In
never
Big
say
Bang
a word
Theory?
about it. Yeah.
Oh, you mean Sheldon?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he is severely autistic, and it's just like, oh no, he's a little different. Like, no, he has a fucking
I-
disability,
you're not-
stop being
No,
an asshole
to
to
be
him on
completely
everything.
honest, I think they're actually going to explore that in the Young Sheldon show that's coming up.
They have a spin-off coming up?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
And it looks weird
The-
because it's not like a multi-camera sitcom
Yeah,
from what I
yeah,
saw.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a one-camera
yeah,
thing.
Yeah,
gonna
I
flop
actually
so
think
hard.
I think like isn't
Maybe.
Big Bang Theory ending and that's going to pick
No.
up?
They've got like 5 more seasons. They're
Okay,
signed
well,
on for
there's a
lot
show
more.
called Young Sheldon or whatever, and it's going to be about Sheldon.
If there's
And
no laugh track, it's gonna flop.
There's
'Cause you
no
know what-
laugh track.
You know why people laugh at that show? Because there's a fucking laugh track to
Yeah,
tell when
and
to laugh.
you feel awkward, so you're like, oh, I have to laugh with it.
The jokes are so bad.
Oh,
if you,
yeah.
If you have you ever watched like videos of it without the laugh track?
yeah,
It's just fucking awkward.
It's really weird. Like it's just tense. Like none of the jokes work.
Well, with like Everybody Loves Raymond, if you watch it without a laugh track, there's still jokes. It's
Yeah.
still funny. But Big Bang Theory, it's like, I watched The Flash yesterday. And then there's like this weird silence. Sheldon, you always watch The Flash.
Zinga.
And that's the show.
Yeah, we just wrote a fucking episode, guys. We all get credit.
Why do I have 6 severe thunderstorm warnings?
Are they all for the same area, or
I have flash flood
That
warnings.
might have been the garage door.
severe thunderstorm.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Severe thunderstorm.
I mean, I heard it, but I don't think it
severe
really picked up.
thunderstorm and severe thunderstorm.
okay? So it's all for our location.
It is
It's like a
all for
really
West Israel.
severe thunderstorm.
It's my phone's like, look, dude, you may not be like understanding this. It's severe.
It's just like, okay, so I'd severe? Like, dude, it is severe.
like
I have to say it 6 times.
Yeah.
That's the only... severe is not severe enough of a word to express how severe
you're-
this thunderstorm
you're gonna
is.
get
so fucked.
You're gonna get another message that's gonna be like, no, but seriously, sit the fuck down.
Yeah, it's like-
this shit is severe.
Yo, you need to get like into a shelter
I hope,
ASAP.
I hope you have a bomb shelter or something that you can crawl into for this fucking severe thunderstorm.
Dude, it is gonna be what killed the dinosaurs.
Oh, that is what. Like speaking of weather, that thought I had in my head when I was heading over to California was, oh man, I hope it doesn't rain the whole time I'm there. But then I realized, wait,
It never
No,
rains in Southern
it never
California.
rains over there. It's just earthquakes. Oh, that'd be cool if there was an earthquake over there.
It
Just
probably will happen. There's
Yeah.
a good chance
you,
it probably
you would be
will.
the only person that panics.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
because
so normal.
Yeah.
From what I understand, it's so normal in California where like there'll be rumbling and people will just be like, "Oh, there's a fucking earthquake today." Like,
Yeah.
like everyone just like pauses, waits for it to be done. He's like, okay, and then they
like
go
not
about their
even
business.
like if it's small enough, they just go about their fucking day. It's just a little shaking.
What's the proper etiquette for like you're driving and an earthquake is happening?
Cry.
So everybody like, all right, let's
Don't be a
all-
dick.
It's like
Yeah.
regular driving etiquette.
I guess
just
you
don't-
like pull over, like
maybe
like,
just
as if
slow
it was,
down
like,
it.
an yeah.
Because like
If it was like an
for
emergency
people-
vehicle or something.
For like people like us who've lived in a place like Maryland our entire lives, when we hear earthquake, we think of like a disaster movie and like
Yeah.
the earth.
Fucking San Andreas.
Yeah, like the earth splitting apart. When in reality, like a majority of the earthquakes that happen in say California are just tiny tremors that like are barely anything at
Were
all.
you guys here when we had the
Yes.
one?
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to talk about next.
So weird when that happened.
I had a professor from California, and like when we had that earthquake and everybody freaked the fuck out about that, he was like, that's just shit that happens
Yeah.
on the reg in Cali, and
And
you're
to
all a
them, it
bunch of
wasn't like-
pussies. Like,
like it was like to them it was just like a very very small one. I remember when it happened. I was like, oh my god, my house is gonna like collapse.
Yeah, right?
I gotta get the fuck out of here and grab my dog.
It's funny about that earthquake because I actually kind of missed it.
Yeah,
because we
same.
used,
Yeah, you
we
told
used
me.
to we used to have like a porch swing, and I was just on that like reading a book or something with like music playing, and then my sisters just came out at one point, and they're just like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, I looked around. And I'm like,
Is this a goof? Are you fucking
Is there?
with me?
yeah, that's
like,
what happened to me.
Are you what? What happened? And is the house on fire? And she's like, no, there was this huge earthquake. I'm like, I literally did not feel it at all.
like? So when the earthquake happened in Westminster here for me, I remember I went in the basement to talk to my dad because he was working on something, and whatever I asked him about laundry or some bullshit, I don't know, and we just heard a little rumbling, and at the time, like I don't know if you all saw Ringo when he was alive. The motherfucker was
No.
huge.
I thought you meant the actual Ringo, and I was like, whoa. When did
No,
he
my
die?
dog,
No,
Ringo.
I didn't know you.
Yeah,
meant
no,
to
he
know.
was big motherfucker, like just massive lab mix. So like sometimes he'd freak out if he saw like another dog, and he would just run through the house and be like doo-doosh, 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 like
Yeah.
a horse galloping through the house. So we heard some rumbling, and we thought Ringo just had a little fucking panic attack. So we were like, oh man, we better make sure he didn't break a vase or something. And then Aiden runs down into town. He's like, is everyone okay? You just gotta see that I almost died. And we're like, what the fuck happened? He's like, there was an earthquake. We're like, you're full of shit. Go fucking die. And that's my story.
My
All right.
Mine isn't as epic, I guess. I had this box fan, and I was sitting at my desk.
Whoa!
Yeah, right. And like, so you know my taxidermy job that I have on and off.
Yeah.
Faux
Taxidermy.
Under the table.
That was the first day I had for that job.
Oh man.
So I was at home, like about to leave for work, and like I always leaned against the box fan because like I had this weird thing of where I like to stop the fan with my back,
Putting
like,
on your
pushing
leather
against-
face mask.
Yeah, exactly. And so like I stopped it, and I just felt it shaking, and I was like, oh man, I'm like pushing it against the wall. I might break it. I don't want to do that. And it kept shaking. I'm like, oh fuck, what did I do? And so like I like for like a split second, I thought I did something to like I fucked up my wall. And then like I get up and like shit's falling off my shelves, and I'm like, oh fuck, there's like an earthquake. And then I run outside, and like that's right when it stops. And my like neighbor boss is there, and she's like, oh, did you feel that? I'm like, oh, it was crazy. And then it was like 5 o'clock, and I was like, well, I guess it'll work for you now. And then I just went to work. And then I made a lion.
I feel like that's not the faux taxidermy, but I feel like taxidermy is one of the worst career paths a human being could take. Because you cannot
It's not a career path by any means. It's like I was offered money, so
No,
I'm talking about you.
Not about you.
oh,
but
for
like,
her?
No, I just mean because you said faux taxidermy where you guys would make like fucking zebras and
Oh,
like,
you
and
mean
like
like real?
I mean,
like
like real
I'm like
taxidermy.
picking up dead animals, and she does that too.
But
She does both.
That's a fucking weird career path because you can't talk to someone about your
Yeah,
job normally because the first thing that pops in that motherfucker's head is Ed Gein. Oh, so you kill people? Is that what you do
like
too?
Ted Bundy,
Is that your
or, like,
favorite
But,
thing to do?
like,
just, like,
literally
hollow-
the guy from Psycho is what they think
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
They're just like, holy shit, I'm
Oh,
gonna
it
die
doesn't.
here.
It doesn't make her life any better that like she's. Oh God, I think she's in her 50s and she like lives home alone with her mother. So like, I love her. She's great. She's been very nice to me and my family this entire year. But like, God knows she does not have a social life.
She's gonna kill the shit out of you.
She loves Megadeth. Let's just say.
She's gonna fucking murder you
Nah.
with a chainsaw.
No. Probably
She's
do something with chemicals.
She's gonna
Be
hollow
honest.
you out.
Do something with
Zach,
chemicals.
what's your earthquake / my neighbor's going to murder me story?
I was over at Bowen's. We were standing up in his kitchen, and then all of a sudden, everything started shaking. We looked at each other and just went, "The fuck is this?" And we waited until it stopped and went, "Huh, well, that was weird." And then his mom came out and was like, "That was an earthquake. Are you guys all right?" And we're like, "Oh." Want to play some video games? And nothing changed.
And then you kissed.
Okay, but you didn't answer. Did his mom play video games with you?
She did not, is what I will say.
Hey, Miss Bone, you want to play some video games?
She,
Fuck you.
she did us a
we
just
in an
dance
hour
for.
yet? We had an hour? Is the end of the
No,
show?
we need at least 10 more minutes.
Oh, really? I thought we were like only 20 minutes in.
No.
No, we had a good stream of consciousness there with fucking talking about
fuck.
Disney.
Oh, that's right.
And then
Yeah.
the Matrix, there was some good Matrix shit going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we talked about earthquakes and Zach going to California.
Talked about Tim Burton's crazy ass, and now he's going to ruin Dumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's ruin Tim Burton.
How would
He
we
did
do
it
that?
himself, dude.
Yeah.
You know what? After I said it,
The film industry did that for
Yeah.
us. So
He did Edward
I hate him.
Scissorhands. That was
That's
top.
good.
That was good.
I maintain Ed Wood is an amazing movie.
I agree with
if
Brooks.
you have
No, it's
any
pronounced
interest,
Edward. Edward
I'm gonna
Scissorhands.
kill you. I'm gonna kill you for Brooks.
good goof.
I'm gonna kill you for Brooks.
Trying to keep the energy up.
I'm just.
Woo! Yeah, great! Awesome!
Yeah!
Let's go!
I'm just.
Jesus. That was a little scary. Are you okay?
No.
The faces you made Megan, scared me.
That's why we need face cam for this show.
Can you stop eating the...
No,
I
do it.
just bought that.
Come on, put it in there.
Zach, that's not yours to eat.
It's my microphone. He can do what he wants.
Zach, you gotta
It's my filter.
Well, take the condom off. Go wrong.
All right, Daddy.
Use your teeth though. It's hot when you do.
This just got super gross.
Oh, this podcast has been all over the place on the emotional spectrum.
Yeah. This tends to happen when we do during the second episode of these double recordings.
I'm trying to drink this caffeine.
Wait, so the E3 episode's coming out this week,
Yes.
and then next week will be
hopefully
the
today
first
if
one
I'm
we
not
did,
retarded.
Yes.
and then the week after will be this one.
Yes.
So we're good for the next... Well, I guess 2 weeks. Yeah, I guess 2 weeks because it's coming out today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got time.
Man, that
Like-
bums me out. I like doing this.
Well,
I do too.
literally, it is the amount of time that Zach
it's
will
just
be
'cause
on
this boy's
vacation.
gone.
You
yeah.
bitch.
You want a souvenir?
We could do like a mini-sode while he's gone.
I want
Do some
Danny
bulk.
DeVito.
I'll
Maybe.
see what I can do.
want
No,
you to
that actually
bring
wouldn't be
back
that
Danny.
bad.
Not dead.
If
Not
we
dead.
met up for like a mini-sode, record like 5, and then just in case shit hits the fan, just hold those in the bank.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Like that, I think that's a good idea.
Shit hits the fan. Like several of us are in jail for
Liam, please.
unrelated reasons.
Oh, he's smoking. The audience doesn't know he's smoking a bomb.
Okay, there it is. There's the noise.
Yeah.
I can make so many sound effects with my mouth, all right, and I'm good.
Are they all involving your water bottle?
All right, same noise.
All
same
right,
noise.
yeah. We got to clean
Got
one of that
that's
now.
one.
Okay, he's doing the same thing, just moving his finger around. All right. Oh, it's supposed to be like a helicopter. Okay, is this charades?
Oh,
right,
no,
now
should've
Okay,
done
yeah,
that,
that's a
should've
machine
done.
gun. That's a
Okay.
machine gun. Okay, so he's
It's
driving.
a broken
bad
car.
A bad
Yeah.
car.
Wow.
That last one was my favorite one. Often people underestimate how often you need a sound effect for a guy who doesn't know what else the water sound
shrugging.
is. Yeah.
4 out of 4. 2 thumbs up. Way up.
Yeah, it's
We're
very.
on a floor.
They're still pointing down, but these thumbs are up.
Yeah. I mean,
They're up in the sky. They're down thumbs, and you did bad, but they're really high up there.
Yes, very stern. Good. 9 out of 10. You're doing a great job.
did I ever tell you I screamed that after I saw Jurassic Park 3 when I was a kid?
Really?
Yeah, I did the Roger Ebert thing. I was like, yeah, 4 out of 4. 2 thumbs up. Way up. And my mom was like, come on, we have to go. I look at that
Wish I
movie now, I'm like,
avoided you.
man, I want to burn this. I just want it all gone.
He's just your mom's just like, we have to go. You're upsetting Mr. Spielberg.
Yeah. And then he cried.
I had fun with the third one.
Hooper likes it. It's the only one he's seen.
I haven't
bothers
seen
me.
any of
Oh,
the
yeah, I
Jurassic
forgot.
Parks.
Okay, that is bothersome.
Yeah,
That's the
I
only one
forgot
I've seen.
that's hilarious.
He's a film teacher. Hasn't seen a great movie.
Yeah.
Wanna punch him in the
Zach,
mouth.
you got stepped on a little there. What were you
Oh, I
saying?
haven't seen any of the Jurassic Parks.
Are you? What? Really?
Yeah, like
How
Oh.
come we haven't had a Jurassic Park
It
day?
never
for this boy?
interests me.
We should watch the
What?
first. We should
I-
watch the first one sometime and
not a
nothing else.
dinosaur
Yeah,
fan.
yeah, we could probably just watch the first one.
I'm not a dinosaur person.
Really?
Yeah, it's just
That's
That's
fair.
what's fucking wrong with you. Oh man, I thought you were like a murderer. or
no,
something.
no, just a sociopath.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
so
I've
Josh,
never seen E.T.
That's fine.
That's
All
fine.
right.
Why was he brown?
Whoa,
Whoa, whoa.
That was a
I
quote.
draw the line at like
That
not
was-
brown E.T. Okay,
That was a quote from the movie Rubber.
is it really?
Yeah, because the guy's like, "Why is E.T. brown? No reason." What?
What?
Yeah.
Are you making that up?
No, I'm not. It's
Oh.
he goes on a whole monologue about why
Hot
no
dogs?
why no reason is an important element in movies.
I
And I'm just
forgot.
like, this is stupid.
I forgot that.
Oh, so it's like setting up the whole premise of like, oh, why is there this tire
Yeah.
killing people?
Yeah,
for
it's
no
like,
reason?
oh, why did
Okay.
a spider receive radiation? No reason. Why is the sky blue? No reason. I'm like, okay, well, some of
well,
these
there is a
actually have-
scientific. There's
yeah,
a scientific reason as to why the sky is blue.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, well, this guy's just crazy. That's fine.
Zach, I had forgotten that when you and I were hanging out, you really wanted to watch Rubber, and we couldn't find it, and then you later, on your own, found Rubber and watched it.
That is exactly what happened.
I can't believe you've seen Rubber, but not Jurassic Park.
I've seen Rubber twice.
I've seen Jurassic Park more.
You
times
watched
than I
it
can count.
twice?
I watched it once halfway through, and then went, wow, I'm not finishing this. And then just recently, I watched it.
Jurassic
Just
Park.
powered the fuck through it.
Yeah, I did.
So you know how like I don't know if this is actually true, but like everybody has like their own like sort of stream of conscious thing that they do before they sleep. Like the whole thing of like, oh, I count sheep, but like I don't think anybody's actually ever done that in their
No.
life.
I have.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Has it worked?
I mean, once you get to like 400, yeah.
What I did, or what I do, is I recreate the entire film of Jurassic Park in my head.
You see, usually what I do when when I try to do that is basically I just let my mind just think of whatever it is, and you're basically just doing a pseudo kind of dream, like in that. And it's just like, and not like try to be like, oh, that was a weird thought. Just sort of like let your mind go.
I
Just
Yeah.
let your mind go
No,
wherever,
I usually,
and then you'll just slip into a dream.
no, I
Yeah.
usually do that when I'm like falling asleep. But like if it's like I have to get some sleep and I can't like do the mind thing, that's what I do, and that usually works.
I play RPGs, usually Bethesda ones.
And you just get so bored and you fall asleep.
Well, no, I'll play it for like 7 hours, but like I notice like this is when I'm actually able to tell that I'm tired, because normally I can't because there's something wrong with me and I fucking know. But like I'll be playing the game and I'll be really into the game, and like as number one Kill Boy Kiss Boy, I'll be like walking around like trying to find a bed for my fucking video game character. Like, man, I gotta lay down. I've been killing people all day. And then I realize I'm holding a controller and I have no life and I should probably fucking hang myself.
Liam, I think we're more
Yes.
similar than we think.
I've
I think we need to hang out more.
over the past like
Okay.
over
well,
the past
all right.
week. Over the past week or like
doesn't like me.
2 weeks or so, I have just not been able to fall asleep before 3
It's been
a.m.
bad for me.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why, but over the past 2 weeks, I've just, like, nothing but 3 a.m. sleeps.
Welcome to the club, Brooks.
It sucks.
It's a shitty club. It's
yeah,
not
it's
fun.
the worst.
I think we've hit 15 minutes. That's enough.
We've covered a lot of ground.
What do
today.
these people want from us? We had our last episode was, like, way over time. So, yeah, I think we deserve this. So,
That's what you get.
if you want to listen to it, if you like the show, want to listen to it, you can find us on SoundCloud where we upload every single Monday night. And you can subscribe on iTunes, leave a rating and review. That helps us out a lot, and helps us get on those iTunes charts.
SoundCloud's being murdered. Do you know that?
I did not. I mean,
Yeah.
I was already planning on getting the podcast off of SoundCloud.
Aren't they shutting down or
They're
something?
shutting down. They
Yeah.
don't have enough money.
Yeah.
So they're fucking like, they're pulling the plug pretty soon.
Whoa,
I think
whoa.
they got 50 days left or something crazy.
I gotta pull my music
Oh
off
shit.
there.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna move up my plans to move this podcast
Yeah.
on a different medium. All
I'm,
right.
I'm just going from hearsay. You might want to look into it. I just know that SoundCloud's going down the shitter.
Well, shit. Okay.
No, he's not wrong on that.
I'm
I'm the
gonna-
same thing.
I'm gonna have some work to do over the next few days.
At least you ain't got a job.
I got an interview tomorrow, though.
Well, they're not going to hire you like right then and there
They might
and
have-
make you start working immediately.
I told you my theory that I was the only person who applied.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that.
No, thank you. But in other news, if you want to find us somewhere else that's not SoundCloud, we put all of the episodes up on the YouTube channel 100 Years Productions. I know I'm missing a few, and I need to get those up there. I'll do that over the next few days.
And some videos. We got
Yeah.
some videos sitting in the vault that are
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just gestating.
We just have stuff that like I need to get around to working on. So yeah, we have that. You can subscribe to us there. Leave a like, leave a comment. Helps us out. What else? 100 Years Productions on Facebook. That's our Facebook page where we put all this stuff. We also put all the stuff on Twitter at 100 Years Pod. If you want to give us a shout out, tell us how to improve the show, whatever. Brooks and Zach 100 Years at gmail.com. That's the easiest way to reach us. All of that is going to be in the description of this episode, along with our personal Twitters, which mine is at Squeeze and McCheesy, Liam's is at Lamwall, Zach's is at Brave Snuggles, Josh's is at Barrett Films.
Yep. Follow me on Insta. Dr. Cooper spelled out. Doctor is spelled out, not Dr.
All right. I think for the plugs wise, that's about it. So Zach, if you want to give the same sign off you always give.
Same sign off as always. Real tired sign off.
Yeah,
So
super tired.
not a difference
Literally
though.
falling asleep over there.
You're standing in front of a large cauldron, stirring monotonously, slowly, watching the liquid churn. You add a couple extra ingredients, but you pay no mind to what you're putting in. You just know that the consistency isn't thick enough, so you continue to stir and stir. And you look down into the cauldron. There's a light at the bottom of it. You're not sure if it's fire or if it's an ingredient you threw in at some point or another. But you throw both arms into the cauldron and dive deep into it, falling deeper and deeper. You shout, Brooks and Zach, 100 years.
Where the fuck do you come up with this stuff?
We've done it so many times, I just have it memorized at this point.
Yeah. Anyway, see ya.